Welcome to the Shower Curtain Talks with Tiffany Lee. I'm so glad that you're here. You decided to join me. Welcome to everyone watching on YouTube. Hello. And all you guys who are listening on wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for the emails, the follows, all the encouragement. I appreciate it so much. And I have a guest today. It's Sharonda Cupcake.
Hey, T.
Hey, how are you, girl?
I'm good.
This conversation is about to be the most random thing ever. We're not going to stay on topic. You have two people who are extremely random. Like the AD and the HD. It's
letters are activated.
Oh, and they're all in caps and they're highlighted. And this is about to be bad. I thought I was bad on my own, but this is about to be bad. Girl, you look good.
Hey, friend.
Hey, I'm so glad you're here. It took forever.
See, the pettiness you've already started. So that's what we're not going to do today.
But we are.
Okay, well, that's fine.
But we are.
We'll work for it.
But we are.
Okay, that's fine.
Y'all,
that's fine.
so
I finally made it.
Finally.
So, first of all, congratulations on Shower Curtain. I mean, my friend is like a podcaster.
Because a podcaster is my man.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's a whole thing that, like, we're working through right now.
How long have we talked about this? Or when I first gave you the idea, I thought about it.
Yeah.
It was it pre-COVID or right at COVID 2020?
It was right at COVID.
Right at COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And
no, it was pre-COVID.
Was it?
It was.
Because originally it was supposed to be
2019, because it was with the dude.
Right. It's supposed to
and then it was the other dude.
Well, originally it was you.
What was I original?
Yes.
Oh, I was the original.
You were original. This show was supposed to be me and Sharonda Cupcakes.
I literally can't.
Literally, that's what happened. And I tried to get someone else to do it. And I was like, I should have a male counterpart.
That's right.
I should have this, that, and third.
That's right. And we went to Starbucks.
Yeah.
And it was a whole...
he had equipment. I didn't have equipment and whatever. And my brother was like, get your equipment and just start because you're never going to start if you don't just go ahead and do it. And that's the deal, right?
Yeah.
Like we have an idea and we figure out that I don't know how to do A and I don't know how to do B and I need somebody else to do C. When sometimes you just got to jump out there and just see what happens. So.
You do. And what happens is fear. Like, fear will grab you and be like, nah, you can't do none of that.
Listen, and coming from two church girls, we get scared?
Churchy.
But we'll get scared like we don't even know the Lord. Like, who is the Lord?
Like, wait a minute. Did I hear his voice or not?
No, we get freaked out.
No, we do.
Like, fear is the thing. And it paralyzes you. Like, you're not going to do anything. Nothing will get done. You will make no progress because you're scared of failure.
Yes.
You're scared if it succeeds.
Yes.
You're scared if you don't have the money. You're scared if you don't have the backing.
You're scared of people, what
all
they
of
gonna say.
All of that. And I just want to say shout out to my 19 followers on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe, the rest of you guys too. Okay?
What up, y'all?
Look, you know what I told myself?
What?
That the person with 10,000 followers started out with one.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Okay.
Because you went through like phases. You wanted one person. You had an idea. You even had a name.
I did. What was it?
I can't remember the name of it, but you even had a name.
I did.
And then we went through, okay, let's get, a dude.
Yeah.
Went through the whole process of trying to get him.
Right.
And then you went through, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, I decided to just do it.
That's crazy.
It's crazy and it was crazy scary. Because
that's basically what I wanted to ask you. Like, so... You were, because I remember our conversation we had on the Marco Polo.
Why do we act like we don't have Apple?
I don't know. But on the Marco Polo.
Sponsor me, Marco Polo.
I mean, you can do that. You can do that.
Go ahead.
But we had a conversation on Marco Polo, and you was like, you know what? Okay, I know you're not ready yet, but I'm just going to go do it. And I was like, okay.
Listen.
Okay. And then I was like, super excited for you. I was like, okay, so what you can do is, and she was like, I said that we were supposed to do this together.
Well, here's the deal. This is what I like about you. That even though I was like, hey, I just got to do it. You know what I'm saying? You still was like my girl. You was like, okay, well, you need to do A, you need to do B, you need to do C. And just to insert this, it wasn't because we had a fallout. She's just medical. Just the medical. Yeah. We're gonna talk about the medical.
Yeah, the medical.
Because I don't want to, I jump subjects.
Yeah.
But,
because we're random.
Right.
Okay.
And so the medical, you had to take care of your health.
Yeah.
And so that's how it came to be, where it was just me and I would just bring in random people, friends or whatever, just so I had somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
My platform doesn't even have there's no premise to this. There isn't.
And it don't have to be
sure
one.
Don't. It sure
It don't have to be one.
It does not.
It's just conversation.
It's just conversation. And for those of you who are just joining or just found me out, the name Shower Curtain.
Oh, talk about that.
Shower Curtain Talks comes from the conversations I would have with my mother as she sat on the toilet playing her Game Boy. And the shower curtain was right next to the toilet. So I said, okay, I gotta somehow connect it without sounding bad. You can't call it toilet time. So I said, okay, Shower Curtain Talks.
I love it.
And I would sit on the sink and I would just talk to her about every and anything.
Yeah.
And I don't know why those conversations, they flowed easier than her sitting at the kitchen table, than her, opening her mail or even being in the bed. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's because she was in a vulnerable position.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
Maybe.
Vulnerable position.
Maybe the vulnerable position just kind of put her, because I could just talk and she wouldn't interrupt me.
Yeah.
She wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like it was no judgment. Now when she got off the toilet, shout out to you, Mom. I love you. But yeah, that's where it comes from. And so me and you being friends, how long we been friends?
Since Elijah was 3. He's 18 now.
Oh, girl.
Wait, has it been that long? Wait.
Yeah. Because everyone's in elementary school.
Yeah.
And now we're college, and almost.
College.
Oh, we're old.
That's all right. We're like,
girl, you look good, girl.
We cute old.
Baby, who knocking on 50?
We are.
Baby, you wish you looked this good, okay? Girl, you're not cracking.
Baby, what are we doing with our lives?
We're looking good.
Sir.
Listen.
Sir.
I mean,
Sir.
if you would like to be my man, please email me.
My man.
At Tiffany
I will stand by you. Look, I will
at
stand by you.
gmail.com. Not us putting out shameless plugs.
I mean, why not?
Girl, listen, we're at that age.
Oh.
Girl,
baby, let me tell you something. Okay, let me take these braces off because they doing too much.
If I say I don't want onions on my burger, I'm going to speak up and say I don't want onions, even though I do love an onion. Okay? So we are at the age where we just say what we want.
Because we can.
Girl, okay?
And we don't have time. Like, first of all, we like... We don't got time. So all the games to be played was like 10, 20, 30.
They still playing them though.
Yeah, but see, they playing them. We don't have time to play them.
We don't have time for that.
Because listen, especially with medical. Girl, I ain't got time to play with you.
And here's my thing, sir. You got high blood pressure. Why are you playing?
God, and gout.
Why are you playing right
doing?
now? Okay, you have played with your life. Why are you trying to play with me and you're over 40?
Sir.
You know?
Sir. Not just over 40, over 45.
Baby, in their 50s and still trying to. You know what? Ever since that blue pill and the Cialis, and because that third leg is working, they feel like they can still play these games.
Baby, y'all better put that third leg back.
Baby, I will put that mess in a blender. And then see how bad you are then, okay?
Tiffany,
you gonna quit playing with me.
Come back.
I'm sorry.
I don't need to get money for you to go to Luke's and stuff.
Okay. I'm just saying, quit playing with me.
Come back. Okay.
You only think you something because of that pill in the bottle, okay?
Sir, and this is not a plug. They are not sponsoring us. We just want y'all to know.
You're more than welcome to.
No, but seriously, like, dudes be tripping out here.
Yeah, they be tripping.
But going back to Shower Curtain, like, actually, the podcast itself, I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I think this is, like, really cool that you have, like, random conversations.
Girl.
Because no matter when we talk or what we start off with, we never end that conversation with that.
We're going to go through about 5 subjects.
Yeah.
Even if the original intent of the phone call conversation was one thing, we're not going to stay there.
We're not.
We're not. You know what? And it's only you and I think one more friend that I can be like that with.
Oh, girl.
And y'all just flow with the randomness of the conversation.
It's because I'm random too. Like, we'll be on Marco Polo and be like, wait, and I'll just stop. So let me go back and watch what you actually said so I can respond to that.
Because 2 videos ago you had said something and I don't forgot what you said. Let's catch up.
But is that something that happens at our age or?
We've always been this way though.
Okay, great.
It's because we got letters.
Okay.
And it's okay.
Great. Because I was thinking my age was
No. We are undiagnosed, unmedicated ADHD.
Yes, we are.
Unmedicated. And that should be the name. Unmedicated podcast. I think I'm going to change the name. Because I was talking about changing the name.
Random.
Unmedicated podcast.
Okay, so let's talk about it, though. Let's talk about it.
You don't dig it? Unmedicated podcast? No?
We got to talk about it.
Okay.
Because if we're being honest, when you call me, do I not be medicated?
Yeah, but yeah, when I call you, you do be medicated. You be medicated. I think you be trying to hold a conversation, blinking slow. Oh my gosh.
That's for another time, y'all.
Listen,
I can tell you why.
So let's touch on that since we have talked about it.
Okay, let's talk about it.
So Sharonda Cupcake is what is your title for the foundation and what's the foundation? Yeah, shameless plug.
First of all, your tea is good.
Is it?
And I love tea.
Love tea. She made me mix flavors and I've never mixed flavors in teas. I did lemon, ginger, and peach.
Yes, and I love it.
Okay, there you go.
Yes.
Just random. Sorry, y'all.
Okay.
Now what?
We're back. So I am the director of operations at the Sickle Cell Consortium, which is a international organization that brings awareness to sickle cell.
Girl, I wish I had a clapping button on here. There you go. Our producer, Mia.
Yes.
Okay.
And so I do a lot. So I'm the director of operations, but I also I'm the director of media as well. So that is a thing for our organization. But we're really like doing some things in sickle cell and making sure
I'm so proud
that there is awareness.
I'm so proud of you. Now, when I first met you, I didn't, you weren't the director of operations, CFO, and all that stuff you just said. I don't even know what you said. It's a lot. But I did know that you were a sickle cell patient.
Yes.
Now, when I first met you, I remember we met at a fashion show.
We did.
We met at a fashion show.
Oh, we was in our fashion show.
You were. And I remember you on Facebook, you said, I'm in the hospital. And I remember reaching out. And I was like, hey, are you okay? Like, we were just having a good time. And that's when you told me that you had sickle cell. And I was like, oh my gosh, you look so great. Like you didn't look like you had something that serious.
Yeah.
That is an issue. And I know that you have learned to advocate for yourself. Applaud to you. Because Cupcake looks so nice and so good, they tend not to believe her when she says she's sick. Yeah. Talk about that.
Yeah, so it has been a journey, but I think that's the story of most of the people in the sickle cell community. Now, recently, it has turned to something that's like not even just, I'm sick, you need medication. Now it's like, I'm sick, and all of a sudden in the next 24 hours, I'm getting a stent put in my heart.
Yeah.
So, like when I say that people in this, like in the medical community don't believe, it's not really just not believing women, it's believing Black women.
Now that is a thing. And do you think it's because let me put this out there.
Please do.
You will go to the ER looking like this. Ma'am, you got on eyelashes and blush and gloss.
I do. Okay.
You got on your earrings, your hair is up. You look like we finna go to a Jill Scott concert. Now you gonna walk up in the ER and be like, I don't feel well. And they like, and don't forget that there is this history of how much pain we can take.
Yes.
And because you're not, doing all the dramatics.
I love that.
Now, speaking from a person who had 2 kids with just ice chips, they really believe we can handle a lot.
They believe it.
So then you go in there looking like a glamour shot.
Yeah.
And you're trying to tell them you're sick, and they don't want to run no tests.
They don't want to run no tests. They don't want to believe nothing. They want to give you no medication.
Because you look good.
Well, thank you. But here's the thing, though. If you... Okay, I don't know if I can say this.
You say what you want.
Okay.
This is a... What?
Okay, but what I was about to say is, like, it's amazing that people that have sickle cell want to come to the hospital to get their medication. We got medicine at home.
Is that what they think?
Yes, like, it's a thing. And I'm like, bruh, I just had to tell somebody, ma'am, the medicine you give me is nothing compared to what I have at home.
Listen, she got some tranquilizers.
I'm just saying.
I I've been trying to get a hold to them because the depth of your sleep.
Yeah, no.
Baby, you sleeping like Snow White
I
sleep.
do.
I
I
and let me
do.
just be honest. I think sometimes you're riding a cusp.
No.
I think you're riding a cusp, sis. I'm not even gonna lie, sis. It's either us or Jesus. I think you're riding the cusp with that pill, because that pill knocks you out.
It does. It really does. But see, that's why I'm like, and I'm like, bro, I don't need your medication.
Yeah, you have.
I got medicine.
You got medicine
at
for
home.
pain. You got medicine for this and for that.
Exactly. I have so much. Like, I have an entire medicine bucket. And I'm like, bro, I don't need your medication. What I need you to do is look into what I'm telling you. So for me, it's not even about the medicine. It's about the fact that you never listen to me.
Can we share with the viewers and the listeners about when you went in for chest pain recently?
Oh my God.
Because that was, no, I'm talking about when the widow thing. Yes.
Okay, so I was like, first of all, let me just tell you, again, I'm the director of operations at an organization.
I don't know what she said.
I was literally on a phone call, on a Zoom call, and I was like, oh, my chest hurting a little bit. So
That's why they don't believe you. Look at you. Oh, my chest. Oh.
So I put them on mute because they were just talking. Girl, because it does grow. So I put them on mute and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, my chest is hurting a little bit. So I got back off of mute because they called my name. And I was like, oh, yeah, and we're doing this and that. And, oh, I will be glad to have you as a sponsor. And I'm going in. And then as they were talking, I put them on mute again. And I was like, oh, okay, it's going to my back. Okay, what's wrong? So I called my sister and I was like, okay, just want to let y'all know, because, I'm, heart patient. You got to let the people know. I was like, y'all, my chest hurting a little bit, they in the chat. Make sure you take your aspirin. Make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. Cool. No longer than I think like 5 minutes, I was like bent over on my desk. And I was like, okay, so something is like wrong. They said something on the call. I unmuted and I was like, okay, so yeah, if you guys can give me a call at da-da-da-da-da, and here's my email at da-da-da-da.
Like nothing's hurting.
Nothing's hurting. I put them back on mute, and then somebody was like, okay, Sharonda, we're going to need you. So I sent them a message. I said, BRB. My team knows if I say BRB, something is wrong, because I never leave the calls. Like, never. I called Joy and I was like, yo, so, yeah, I'm going to get dressed in a second because I'm going to need to go to the ER real quick. She was like, ER? I'm like, wait, what? Wasn't you just on the call? I was like, yeah, I was. Like, I'm still chilling.
Yeah.
Baby, by the time I got dressed up, first of all, as a Black woman, you got to go shower. You got to make sure your hair is right. You got to make sure all the things.
Fresh straws.
Yes. Because,
all of that.
Like, what if they keep me? Like, gross. Like,
Did you put on makeup, Sharonda?
No. So that's when they knew something was wrong. I did put on lashes.
You put on your lashes to go to the ER.
Well, what happened was I already had lashes on because I was on a call.
Okay.
And it was like sliding. And so I was like, let me just re-glue that real quick. And as I was gluing it, so funny you say that, my chest, I was like, and the glue dropped down, and I was like, "Oh,
it was serious." You knew it was serious when that glue dropped.
Yeah,
when a Black woman can't put that lash on. Oh, it's serious.
But the chest pains kept coming, and then it went to my back, and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah. So fast forward for us when you get to the ER and you tell them.
But before I get to the ER,
okay,
because this is something important that I need all women to know. I'm in the car. I am a woman of faith, so I start praying.
Come on.
So as I am in the car praying, and first I was just like saying little small stuff, Father, just what the word
cutesy, your cutesy prayers,
cutesy prayers, because I'm a professional prayer. Shut your entire pie hole, but yes.
Okay.
So then all of a sudden my chest started hurting really bad, and the left arm starts getting numb. And my bottom lip goes numb. Yes. So I forget the cutesy prayer and go straight into tongues.
I bet you did.
Baby. And Joy was like, you could feel a car. She was like, okay, it's time for us to go.
Right.
So by the time I get there to the ER, here's the trick. Well, it's not a trick. I believe God did this.
Right.
By the time I get to the ER and get to the front door, literally, I was not having chest pains. Nothing.
Nothing.
I wasn't having anything. I walk inside of the hospital, and began to have my chest pains were so bad that they had to take me to the back.
Soon as you walked in.
Soon as I walked in.
Soon as you walked in.
Soon as I walked in. And it was going straight to my back. And I was like, oh my God, like something is wrong. So I get back there. The people are like, oh, your blood pressure is too high. It's this and that and this and that. And I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling good. They then tell me it's not high enough for me to go straight to the back. They put me back into triage.
Oh.
Did a what was that thing called? What's the thing?
EKG?
EKG.
Monitor?
Monitor. They did all of that. I finally get to the back, and they're like, oh, they should have brought you back here. Da, da, da. I was like, okay. We get back there. Tiffany, I kid you not. This lady tells me, all your tests, that we've run are fine. We're going to send you home.
What did they, do you know what they ran?
Yes, they did a troponin because I'm a heart patient.
Okay.
A EKG.
Okay.
Because I'm a heart patient. But they never did like any CBCs or anything like that.
They didn't take any blood.
They did take the blood, but they didn't do like the normal retic like sickle cells.
I wonder if they took your blood.
Because I came in with chest pains.
Okay.
So whatever you come into when you do the ER, that's what they're looking for.
Okay. It seems like they would do a complete blood panel though. Okay.
They're supposed to.
All right. And they tried to send you home. And what did you tell them, woman of God?
I said, why would you say woman of God on the end of that? Okay, so the lady was like, we can't find anything. We got to send you home and, go to your PCP. I was like, yeah, no, I'm afraid to go home. I was real calm with her because something is wrong with me. And, we can just keep you for observation and that's it. I said, well, you know what? Let's do that. She was like, well, I just feel like maybe you're just in a sickle cell crisis and you're just making it more than what it is.
She said those words?
She said those words.
Did you remain a woman of God?
Yes.
That was a long pause.
Yes, because I feel like, at that point.
Let me put something in here. And we're not a fan of magic words, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Nor do I dog anybody that uses the magic words. But this is why I say people be cussing.
Mm-hmm.
This is why. Because I'm telling you, and then you blowing me off.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's exactly what she did.
She blowing you off.
Blew me off. Was like, so basically, go to the house.
You making it worse than what it is.
And I was like
somebody want to sit up here in the ER.
And first of all, ma'am, I ain't too cute to be sitting here looking at y'all all coughing and hacking everywhere.
She put on her lashes.
I did. So
like you were going on a date and she think you did that just, okay, continue.
So then we were like, okay. And so Joy was sitting on the side. She was like, did she just, I said, she did. And I was like, okay. I said, well, ma'am, go ahead and, give me observation. She was like, okay, well, that's fine. And she did the paperwork. It took them, I don't know how long. I don't remember. They finally gave me pain medicine. They finally did all the things. I got upstairs. Another cardiologist came in there and he says to me, we've taken all your blood. We know your troponins. You're fine.
So this is the second
one.
Medical expert to say you're fine.
He was like, and tomorrow we're going to send you home. I said, okay. So the next day I was still having pain. The other dude comes in, and I'm not going to,
because they trade the doctors, the shifts. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So another dude comes in. Oh, well, my colleague said that you're fine, and we're just going to let you go home. Nobody was in the hospital with me the next day. And I was like, sir, something is wrong, and I'm not leaving this hospital. He was like, well, we don't do tests unless we can find this, and I said, so when do you do the test? He said, we can do them on Monday. I'll sit here until Monday. And he was like, well, you can't do that. And I was like, yes, I can. Because I'm not leaving this hospital because you don't believe me. And I said, something is wrong. I have had chest pains. I know what a stroke feels like. It's not a stroke. I don't know if I'm having a heart attack, but something is not right.
Right.
The whole weekend, I had doctors coming in and out telling me, we're sending you home. We're sending you home.
And you were like, nope.
And on Sunday night, I just screamed and I just cried. And I told this doctor, I am not leaving this hospital. You need to figure out what's wrong with me. They sent a resident in. The resident comes in. He was like, hey, talk to me. Tell me what you think it is. Tell me what's going on. I told him what I thought was going on. Told him what test that I've had before and that maybe he need to run it again.
Yes.
They run the test at 7 o'clock Monday morning. As soon as they got in, Tiffany, to do the angiogram, I hear the man, because I'm supposed to be asleep, but I hear him say, "We got to do a stent." And I'm like, "A stent? Why? They must not be talking about me." 3 blocked arteries in my heart.
Wow.
One is 90% blocked.
Ma'am.
90% blocked. So they put the stent in my heart.
So now you a stat patient.
Yeah.
Now everybody's
like, oh
running.
God,
Everybody's running.
So all of these
How many days has it been so far before
3 days.
You've been in there 3 days.
Yes.
Advocating for your health.
Yes.
They trying to send you home. Now, most of us would just go home.
And normally,
We would
here's
just
the
go
thing,
home.
I would too.
Yeah.
Because I have.
Right.
This is not the first time I've gone to this same hospital with this chest pain.
Yeah.
I've been out of town sick. I come to this hospital because I trust these doctors. So, of course, this is not the first time that it's happened in this hospital.
Right.
And each time they've never done follow-up tests.
Wow.
So I was not leaving until they tested.
So now
me.
it's that.
It's serious. So after the surgery, he comes in and he's talking.
Okay, when you say he, because by now we've gone through 3 experts. Which he is coming in?
So this
first, second, or the third?
No,
one?
this is the third one. This is the one that actually listens.
Listen and wanted you to talk. Okay.
Baby. So he comes in there and he's smiling and I'm looking at, what you smiling for?
He said, "I saved a life."
Yeah.
Baby, he talked about that in the break room. He went home and told his wife, and everybody wanted to send her home but me.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Nobody apologized.
Did they ever come back through your room?
The other doctors?
The other doctor or the nurse? Nobody said anything.
Nobody apologized.
That pride is the thing.
It is.
It's a pride because you can be schooled in every aspect of a thing. It doesn't mean you're going to know it all.
It does not.
And there's nothing wrong with saying, "I'm sorry. I'm so glad you advocated for your health. I'm so glad." And you know what? I really feel like that is a calling of yours to really empower people to advocate for their health. Like seriously, because that story alone, that's a lie.
Cry.
No, that is a lie, Sharonda. Like I really feel like you should be a spokesperson to empower people, advocate for your health. And while we understand that there are people out there who are hypochondriacs and different things like that, you can't assume upon someone because of their race or because of their gender.
Or their size.
Right, or their size, or the smile even on their face, that they're not in pain. You really, I think you should, armor bearer. We got tears. Armor bearer.
Okay, so let me tell you why I'm crying.
Yes, why are you crying, baby?
I am crying because my doctors, after all of that happened, the doctor comes in, the main cardiologist walks in the room smiling, and he's like, "Look what we've done."
Girl, no.
We caught it just in time.
No.
What?
Look what we've done.
Like what's happening right now?
Did anybody correct that?
Baby. I said, well, no, actually, this is what happened. And so the main cardiologist over the whole thing, he was like, "What? They didn't do what?" I was like, "Yeah. So your people, no. It's not look what y'all have done."
Right.
And so I had to tell the head of this. So I don't know what he got, I don't know how much trouble they got in and really don't care.
Right, absolutely.
But it's the fact that he was so jolly about, look what we did for you.
I mean,
look what we did for you. Look what we did for you.
After we tried to send you home for the last 3 days, every day. For the last 3 days, every day.
Every day.
Look what we've done.
Look what we've done. Yeah. He was like, "Oh, we caught it just in time. And if it had not been for this stent," and then he comes in and he was like, "And you have a widowmaker." I said, "Well, a what?" He was like, "Well, we call what you had a widowmaker." Basically, what I had is if I had left the hospital, I would have dropped dead.
Look what God has done.
And it makes me sad, but mad.
Yeah.
It makes me so angry because so many times I did leave that hospital.
Wow.
Because I trusted
my
doctors.
Right.
And I was like, oh, they know better. And then after that, you get to feeling, especially as a Black woman, a Black single woman, you get to feeling like something's wrong with you.
Because they're the experts and they know.
The experts. Like, it's in your mind.
That's a thing.
It's in your mind.
That's a thing. Yeah.
So you can't be in that much pain because they're saying there's nothing wrong with you.
But you know what? We're going to do what they did not do. And we're going to say, thank you, Lord.
You hear me?
Look what God has done.
You hear me?
And I love that God put that fight in you, baby, because you was like, I goes nowhere. I goes no. Well, and I am telling you. That's what my girl did.
And did.
That's what my girl did. My girl said, I'm not going.
I did. I had to because I was
it.
like, something is wrong.
Right.
And it's so weird because when I got my first prescription, the pharmacist, when I walked in to get it, she looked at me and she said, how old are you again?
Girl.
I said, I'm 46. At the time, I was 46. She said, you have a stent in your heart? I said, mm-hmm.
And then when they look at this.
Mm-hmm. And then she says, and this is what makes me be okay with talking about it now. And she asked me a question. She said, what were the symptoms? She was like, what did you do to get them to notice? Because she was like, I looked at your records. It looks like you had a heart attack. She was like, what did you do to make sure that you were still able to live? I was like, what?
Patient advocates.
Patient advocate.
You need to be a patient advocate. I love what you're doing with the Sickle Cell Foundation. But that whole experience.
Girl.
That you just... First of all, you know this is going to be its own podcast, right? This episode, we're going to have to split it because I know we had things we're going to talk about, so we're going to have to make 2 episodes. Because this is important, like seriously. Yeah. But your voice and your experience is needed so that you can empower others to advocate for themselves. And it's not in your head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people are they're so quick to get on the bandwagon because, well, I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
And this person doesn't feel, and this person agrees with me. You're the only one that thinks something is wrong.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But when people hear your story, your experience, and we thank God that you are here to tell it, patient advocate.
Yeah. And it's so funny because now my cardiologist, my new cardiologist, let's start there. My new cardiologist was like, you need to tell the story. And when I went into their office, all the new nurses, they were like, oh my God. And they were coming in my room talking to me.
It's because you're a medical miracle.
What's happening right now?
Sharonda, you're a medical miracle. Girl. Literally. You had 3 block arteries, 1 at 90%. They have a name for what you had called the Widowmaker.
Yes.
And
in real life,
you went in looking like this, y'all. And then she came out looking like this. And so when they look at you, that's why the lady was like, how old are you?
Yeah.
What happened? How do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know these things? You know, you don't look beat down. You don't look like all the medical things that you have gone through. I'm not a prophet.
I mean,
however,
I don't know.
However.
Oh, wait, are you finna... No, wait.
But no. I'm just talking about being a patient advocate. And just being that voice to empower. This story needs to be heard throughout.
You know what, Tiffany? I think it's not even just like hard situations.
Right.
It's women being able to know and say something's wrong. Pay attention to me.
And stand on it.
And stand
on it.
God.
We believe other people before we believe ourselves.
Oh my God.
We believe other people, and they're quick.
Though?
Because
we
feel like they are the expert. However, even though they're the expert, they're still on the outside.
This is true.
They don't get to feel what you're feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for you to say, no, I'm not leaving, I promise you, I would have been the one to go home.
Yeah.
I would have
went home.
I would have went home and been like, okay, give me my medicine and I'm just going to go home. Yeah. And then I wake up, hey, Jesus, you know, because I was trusting him.
It's the hey Jesus for me.
Well, I'm just saying, like seriously, look, even our producer was like, I'd have went home.
Yeah.
But the fact that you stood your ground and was like, run the test again. Yeah. Do whatever you need to do again. Like you're a medical miracle. And that story needs to be told. Women, women, minorities, everyone
Yes,
needs to hear
I
that
would
story.
agree.
Not only that, but you need to talk to the medical professionals, because they need to have a better bedside manner.
That part.
Now,
Oh my God.
now, if you had a history of mental illness,
Yeah.
that's one thing.
Yeah.
Okay?
But I mean,
you do not. So of course you know, and you have been through enough in your
Yeah.
body that you know. And so that story needs to be heard by them, because they need to remain sympathetic and empathetic to patients and not just go
Girl.
on to the next one.
Yeah.
We need this bed.
Yeah.
I cannot stand that. We
Girl.
need this bed. We need
Girl.
another person. There's
Yeah.
another person sicker than this person,
Yeah.
or there's another person that,
Yeah.
and it's a money train.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Big
Yeah.
farmer, little farmer, any
Yeah,
farmer, all
of that.
money.
Girl,
Yes.
don't even get me started.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on Food and Drug Administration, the FDA. And I think it's ironic they put food and drug together.
Yeah,
but
like,
whatever.
why?
Girl,
Okay, but anyway, yeah.
I used to do medical research. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Wait,
I
how
did.
come I didn't know that?
Yes, you did. Remember, I did cancer research.
You did.
I did.
Okay,
And it was
there we
all,
go.
yeah, all of them. Pfizer,
Yeah.
Smith, all like, ooh,
Yeah.
child.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all come back for part 2.
Yeah, come back for part 2.
We'll have fun in part 2.
We will.
Because, honey, this one had serious.
This
and
was deep.
But it needed to be.
Had me like my
Look
girl,
at me.
Listen.
Look at me. I'm Oprah. How do you feel?
Girl, get it together.
Look at me, girl.
Get it together.
Look at me. I'm Oprah. Gail, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay.
I love my friend. Sharonda, thank you so much for sharing that story. I didn't even know we were
Absolutely.
going this route.
I didn't either.
But
I
it's
was
okay.
like, oh my God.
This is going to be one, and we will do a part 2. So that is not a problem, y'all. Thank y'all for listening to the Shower Curtain Talks. Please make sure that you like and subscribe, and you can find this podcast wherever you get your podcast. Until next time, bye.